So let's begin with the first session on database. And the first topic is by Nikhil Chandran, and the topic is Hadoop and HBase. Please welcome Nikhil.
Hi everyone. Is it audible?
I think that mic is audible. This mic is not.
Is it audible?
Yeah. Ah.
Yes.
Thanks. Okay, today we are going to talk about Hadoop and HBase. Before move forward, Hadoop is always related to big data. Let's talk about big data first, and then we move to Hadoop. So in our day-to-day life, we are always producing lot of data, right? From social media, since public transport, from GPS navigation. So according to a statistical analysis, there are 55 million of pictures, 340 million of tweets, 1 billion of documents is uploading day to day. So that's almost 2.5 billion bytes of data. It's very big, isn't it? So how this kind of data is called big data? The basic challenge of big data is to process it. So because it is coming in high velocity, high volume, and in variety of data like photos, videos, logs, data from sensors from all around. So how are we going to process the data? So Hadoop is the way to process this kind of huge data. So Hadoop is a framework of tool. It's not just a software or any tool set. The frameworks of tools which help to process big data, which is an open source, and it is run by Apache Foundation, which helps us to run the top of big data. In normal way of approach, there are two ways of approaching to a big data. First one is the traditional way of approach, and Hadoop's way of approach. In traditional way, a very big computer with high process capability will handle all this big data, and when the So only so much of amount of data can be processed by that kind of machine. When the data becomes big, we need to move to some other method. So Hadoop has that method where divide and conquer methods, where divide all the data into smaller pieces, chunk of data, and apply computation on each of the smaller blocks, and collect all the computation results and process them. So let's talk about high-level Hadoop architecture. There are two components in Hadoop architecture. One is MapReduce and a file system. File system is a Hadoop distributed file system, and we will talk about in detail about MapReduce. MapReduce means there will be two jobs. First is to map, and then is to reduce. So map means we will send a particular algorithm or set of rules to a distributed machines and ask them to process it. Then we will collect all the data from that distributed machine, and then we will reduce the data from that machine. Like we will give an input to a multiple machines by sending certain jobs to that. We will get a key value pair of data from that. We will shuffle the data, and we will send the data again to that distributed computers and reduce it and use that the result. So in this distribution model, we always use low-cost commodity machines to process these kind of data. So we don't need a very big size, very high processing capacity data. We only need a UX-based low capacity data machines. So each machine will have a task tracker which helps us to task which we have assigned to that particular machine. Also a data node which helps us to track the data residing in the particular machine. We can call this machine as slave. And this is called task trackers and data nodes. Of course, if there is a slave machine, there will be a master machine with task tracker and data nodes, and with some additional components to support the slave machine. That's called job trackers and name node. Job trackers is connected to the MapReduce, and name node is connected to the HDFS system. Applications can directly communicate to the job tracker and their name nodes and assign jobs to them. And Hadoop system will collect all the jobs and send to the slave machine to process them and give the result to our application. Hadoop system also having a batch processing system, we can send jobs in a queue fashion manner. Then the job tracker will also and node name help us to do all the jobs and give results back to our application. So as I said before, the job tracker is the main component which help us to track all the jobs that residing in our slave machine, where we will get the completion status, fail status, error messages, logs, everything by using a job tracker component. The same way, the name node help us to track all the data which is residing in our application, in the slave machine. If an application needs a particular data from a particular slave machine, they don't need to go to the master machine. They can directly access from the data node itself by communicating with the master. Why? How is this? Like, name node will keep index of all the data residing in the slave machine, so that you will get an index directly to your application. Then you can call the data from there. Then talk about fault tolerance. Like, Hadoop help us to protect our data. If something happened to a disk in our slave machines, Hadoop will keep 3 copies of our data in different slave machines, so that whenever we got some failure, we can access from there. So we didn't need to worry about the failure because there is no single point of failure in Hadoop because we have multiple slave machines. The same way, when we fail about some task or some slave machine doesn't perform task job which we assigned to them, we can retrieve the task and status of the task, and Hadoop itself assigns to some other slave to complete the task. So this much facility is available in Hadoop. So as I said before, Hadoop will keep all the index of the data and the residing in our slave machines, and it will also keep the index backup in 3 format. So these are the features that are available in Hadoop, which helps the programmers to concentrate on various only scalable programming language. One of the main features of Hadoop is easy to program. Like, the programmers don't need to worry about where is the file located in our slave machine, how to manage failures, how to break up computation into blocks, how to program scale. All these things that's handled by Hadoop itself. There is no need to worry about all these kind of things. So the programmer can simply focus on what scale-free program, write a scale-free program. So they doesn't need to worry about the data, the task, job completion, status, and anything. So Hadoop is this much strong, then why we need another alternative like HBase? So the problem is, like, Hadoop lacks some capability, like read and access to random read and write capability. Like when we go for a real-time system, Hadoop doesn't support random read and write access, because in this world we need random read and write capacity. Also, it is only good for a sequential of data. For real-time, is Apache HBase. It is a NoSQL column-oriented database which supports columnar fashion of storage of data. It has, as I said, it has a NoSQL database, store values in key value fashion manner, and it is very supportive, like low latency to access small amount of data from large data sets and flexible data model. So when we need a HBase system in Hadoop, top of Hadoop, like when we need a random access to our data, like real-time system, we need HBase. Also, HBase provide a big table capability. Big table is backend system developed by Google itself, and it is like capable to top of Hadoop and HBase. So comparison, Hadoop keep a flat file system, but HBase always keep in key value pair, which is very highly speedily accessible. And Hadoop is only very good for offline batch processing, but for real time, HBase is free. So main usage of Hadoop is social network, real-time system, financial service, searching tools, government, intelligence, and telecommunication. All these kind of application or services need to process big data. So they need Hadoop to use that. Some of the example application is like mining of user information from recommendation, like for advertisement. Like day to day we are browsing a lot of stuff in internet, right? So Hadoop can use for analyzing that kind of data and process them. Also, group-related documents as such, Google always index by, and index is also managed by Hadoop. And search for uncommon patterns like security and other metrics. So some people are using Hadoop to process their big data. So Facebook is using Hadoop. They have 1080 machine clusters and 8100 cores and 12 petabyte of raw storage to process their big data. Also, the Alibaba, it is a retail king in China who using 15 node clusters, and each node have 8 cores and 16 GB of RAM and 1 terabytes of data to process their big data. Some of the projects related to big data are HBase, which help store the data in a columnar fashion, and Fluma, which help us to store the big logs of Hadoop. Snoop, which help us to transfer data between multiple data centers. Hive, which is a query language like SQL, which help us to query Hadoop in a SQL manner. Pig is the same like a HY with alternate to Hive, which we can query. And Manhood is a machine language algorithm which runs on top of Hadoop. And we don't need Hadoop in our system, or we don't need a cluster of computers to process all these data. We can have Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud, or Amazon, Heroku, or Cloudera for processing these big data. For more information, please go through these links. You will find the details. So let's have a demo. So I am using Amazon, so Azure Web Cloud for demonstrating an Hadoop system. So you can create an Hadoop using HT inside Hadoop. You can access an Hadoop system, and you can select the data nodes and other segments you need, and you can specify username and password. For the demo purpose, I already created a Hadoop platform, and it's ready for the run. So this is a Hadoop querying console. We have 2 clusters of data, and I'm going to query a sample data where it's reside in a Hive sample. Which, can you see that? Which country is going to United Kingdom. This will have about 3 lakhs of records, and I'm going to process in a minimum time. So you already run this query, and I can show you the output. So this is the log while executing our application, like our code base. And we will get an output like table format, which are all the details which we require. Like SQL, I use Hive as a sample for querying this data. Thank you.